Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about the joints and after covering all the joints we will know like which joint is the best uh, like uh, in industry, which joint we normally use in our day-to-day life. So let's start with the right join. What is right join? If you can see customer and order table, there are two tables here. If I use right join, okay, so you can see on the right side all these order IDs are there, customer IDs are there, and here customer is there. So only what numbers are matching here? 3 and 4. You can see 3 here and 5, sorry, 3 and 5, right? So 3 and 5 are matching, and if you can see, so what we are doing with these joints are is to like, if there are two tables, you have created two tables. One is customer where all customer details are there, and second table is order table where order IDs, amount, customer IDs, whatever are there. Now, like while fetching the data, if you want all the data like customer ID, first name, here first name is not there, right? Now if I want order ID with the first name, how I'll do that? So there are several methods, but right now we are talking about the right joins. So if we use right join here, so what will happen is in the right side, if you can see all the odd whatever is matching, you will get the customer ID 3 and 5 and the four and the first name of it, right? But but the amount you will get for all, like you will get the all the list of amount, whichever like this is the table. Okay, so this right table, from the right table, whatever is matching you will get. Whatever is matching, what is matching? 3 from customer ID, you this 3 and 3 will match, this 5 and 5 will match. Now with this 3 I can like this first name you can retrieve, so this first name David will come. From this 5, this Betty, like Betty will come. Okay, now this whole amount will this amount list will come, and you will get null here for this. If you ask for the first name for this amount, you will not get the order ID of this amount as well. Cool. So let's jump back into our uh, database. So what tables do we have? I'll just show you what tables we have. Is we have from students. Okay, this is the table we have two tables actually, so I'll show you the first one. Here the table, in this table 300 students ID and their first name, last name, phone number and email ID are there. Okay, now 10 exams are being held. 10 exams, like I think in the previous video you have already saw that 10 level exams are held for 300 students. That means 300 into 10, 3000 rows are there in that list. Here only 300 rows are there. Now if I'll just show you that table as well so that you can understand. So that was submission table 2. This was the table. So if you can see 301, actually we actually added one student by inserting So 101 exam 100 sorry 3001 student are there in this list. Student IDs are there, and in every exam 300 level sorry 10 levels are there, and every student has given 10 level exam. So if you multiply the student ID with the level 10, then if you multiply that means 3000 rows are there in this table, and one more extra which we have added later on. Okay, so what is the now if I use this outer join, how we will use that outer join, let me show you first. If okay, select s dot id. Okay, why s, I'll tell you. Then s dot first name. Okay, now st dot why st, I'll tell you that as well. Sorry, submission table is st actually, and what I want from submission table is I want score. Okay, or better I'll submission ID. I want submission ID. Then st dot label. So submission ID, this I want. Okay, student ID as well I want. Less label and student st dot student ID. Okay, I'll tell you how I'm doing this and how you can do this. I'll tell you everything, don't worry about that. So student, I'm from student from table students, and so now I'm telling you that if you don't want to write this students, then you can just write as and just write s. Okay, so this, sorry for this, and we are what we are doing here is right join. Okay, right join. Okay, how we use this right join? Then just write the table name, submission table 2. Okay, submission table 2. Okay, we don't want to just write this submission table 2 as this is a very long like table name, so we will use as st. Okay, that's why I have used st here. Okay, now where I want on s dot id equal to st dot student id. Now I'll tell you what I did here is, so select s dot id, that means from the student table, this, sorry, here I should write s. So this is student table, and from student table I want id, from student table I want first name, from submission table 2 I want submission ID, from submission table 2 I want label, and submission table I want student ID as well. And now how I am joining these two table is, see, student table in student table and submission table 2, these student IDs are common. Okay, so based on this, so how I'm joining this is, just see, right t, not, it's not right t, it's just right. So right join submission table, I'm joining this table and this table. Okay, and joining how, this is student ID equal to student tables student ID. So in students table, the name of these ID was ID only. So that's why I have just written ID, and students submission table, the name of this ID is student ID. That's why I have just given I have written equal to. So I'm joining on these equations. So this is how you have to write join, then table. If it is table 1, then it is table 2, then table 2 as st. I have just shortened this name as st. On what? As student, you can just write student as well here, not an issue. You can just write students dot, or you can here you can also write this submission table 2, not an issue. Okay, now just write it. Okay, because I have already changed the name to st, that's why I cannot use student now. I can use st only. Now just run it. See, now what I'm getting, see, this ID is from student table, and this ID is from submission table 2. Both are same. Just see, 276, 844, 844, both are same. That's why we are able to join these table. Now what is happening here is, if you see, when we are joining on the left table, let's assume this is submission table 2, and this is student table. Okay, when we are joining, we don't have these figures if we are joining. So if you can see, order IDs are not there, that's why we are not getting anything here, blank. So what is happening here, if you can see, 3000, this is right join, right? So 3001 every, let's scroll it down. If you can see here, null and null. So into 3002, this is actually 3001 rows, nothing is coming here, because this student ID is not, does not have this ID. This 171 is not updated in the student ID. We actually inserted this 171 in the student ID table, not in this student table. That's why we are getting null. But while we are using right join, we will get all these label and the student ID and this submission ID, but we will not get these. We will get this as null. And if we use left function, okay, here if we use left function, you can see, just run it and see, 3000 rows are there. You will not find that row here. Now you will not find that row in left join. If I scroll down, I have a figure here. In left join, what is happening is, when you are joining this table with this table, whatever customer ID, that means if this customer ID are there, 1 2 3 4 5 customer ID are there, it will just take this customer ID, and based on that, whatever it will find, it will cover here. So that means, if here what is in our table, what is happening, this student ID has 3000 rows, okay, sorry, 300 rows, and this table is includes 3001 rows, right? So one student ID is not there, so it is not entertaining that if it has two more rows, if it has two more rows, let's say 6 and 7, it will not entertain that. It will just give you the customer ID and all the details, whichever details it will find in this table, it will give you. If it is not finding the amount, it will not give you, but based on this customer ID, it will give you the all details. So actually, so that is how it is working. But the thing is, this is not like these functions are not usually uh, in industry. We don't usually don't use these functions. So there are one more option, because see, if it cannot give you some figure, the amount it cannot give, why do we want these rows? We don't want these rows, we just want the 3 and 5, because I don't have the complete like complete data. So if we don't have the complete data, and complete data is what, if I have all the rows, then it is complete. Here if you can see, not it is also not complete data, it is not also complete data. So that's why this inner join comes into picture. And now if you use inner join, then you will get the same details, but it will not include anything. And so the data is not that rich, so that I can show you. It is actually the same as the right here, but I'll just show you one more picture here. So in inner join, what is happening is, you are asking, like, if we are inner joining these two tables, it will give you the details of those ID which have all the information, which is, so 3 and 5 have the first name and the amount. So this first name and amount, if you are asking for 3 columns, which is customer ID, first name and last name, first name and amount, so it will give you the details of that customer ID which has the first, like, if we are joining this customer ID with the customer, it will not give you the result of 10, 6, 8, because it will not find here. If we compare this with this, it will search for 1, it will not find 1 here, it will leave that. It will search for 2, it will not find here, it will leave that. It will search for 3, it will see that, yeah, 3 is there, then it will give you the amount. Just beside that, amount is there, so it will give you the amount. So amount, you got it. Okay, now it will search for the first name. It will search in this table, so the whatever the first name is there, David, so David will come here. Now search for 5 is not there, it will leave that. Then 4, then it will leave that. Then 5 it will search for, then it will find the 5 here, then the amount will come 800, and Betty here is the first name. So the complete whatever is matching, it will give you. So this is how inner join are used. So just practice this. If you want some practice questions, just just write in the comment box. I'll share some like, if you guys want the practice data set, I'll share with you guys. Just write in the comment box. Okay, so this is how you have to write. If you don't want to use this shortcut, then you can just remove this as. So if you can write as without, this is actually by default. So if you don't use as, still it will work. If you run it, still it will work. Okay, so you can just write as, or you can just write as st. And also one more thing, if you don't want to use this, then just write student. This is the table name actually, and this is also table name. So you can write this, then you can write this, then here also you can write this. Okay, Now just remove this st. Now you can just write here st, and here also just remove s as well, and here also use student table. So now the table name is there. You can see all the table names. Just run it, you will get the same answer. I made some mistake. What mistake is that? Students submission table 2, then submission table 2 label, then submission table 2 student ID, which is correct. This is correct from student. Syntax students line 1, students from students first name. Did I, what is the issue? Let's run it again. Let's see. If you get some error, just debug it with the help of AI. Let's see where I'm making mistake. So select student ID, then student first name, table what space, due to space it should not be the case. Okay, let it be, just okay, and run it. Okay, you got the answer. I don't know what was my mistake. If you found something, then just write in the comment box. But I think this is the same like query I have written. So still, if you write something, just write in the comment. Hope you guys are understanding. This will, like, you guys will not understand until you practice it. Just don't watch. Practice is as much as you can. If you want practice like database, just write in the comment box. Because until you guys are interested, why should I share the database link? So when you guys will be interested, just write in the comment box. I'll definitely try to help you guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.